actual Karens that mess with people, like, man, I had so many pointers I could have given y'all.
Yeah, right?
I have so much feedback on like actual shitty Karens are going to be like, man, you should have consulted me. I could have told y'all how to make this so much better.
This Karen has more in common with someone like Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger than like a quote unquote real life Karen.
Yeah.
with the shit they pull with her.
Man. Hey everyone, I'm sure you heard by now, Double Toasted is heading out on tour, bringing you a night of comedy, games, and some interaction with the audience out there. And our New York show is coming up very soon, this Friday, September 10th. So you got to get your tickets now. Get tickets by going over to doubletoasted.com or going over to X1 Entertainment and get tickets for that New York show or any of our upcoming live shows. Hey, we'll see you soon. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. I feel bad too, because most of the women named Karen out there are good, honest people. And you're part of the problem. Most of these women out there, they're good, they're honest people, they're just unfortunate now to just have a name given to them that's not even their fault. They never asked for it. You know, and now and I can tell you, they are tired. They are sick and tired of being associated with these white, bitchy, self-entitled, and often racist women. Now, they do come in all sort of colors and flavors today, but really, this is the one that we all know. This is the Uber Karens right here. The ones, you know, they all kind of have the same haircut. Sometimes they even wear the same shades. Kind of dress alike.
Slightly overweight.
Just slightly. And
kind of middle age.
And always looking to start some shit. Just looking for it. And these women now, these honest to good Karens out here are being associated with these bad batches right here. All because of a name that I mentioned before they have no control over having. Last thing that they need is a movie perpetuating that image. But that's exactly what they got.
This is a long way from East Point.
Baby, you just gotta give it a chance. We have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
We all said that. We just wait a minute. They have a white entitled neighbor named Karen.
They jumped the shark at that point.
Two on the nose.
Yeah. Wow, y'all didn't have one single original idea, did you? At all.
We know, we pointed it out.
We know what we're about, goddammit.
Got ass bringing over fruitcake and everything. No good. That's the most horrifying part of the movie. You know black people don't like no fruitcake.
Raisins.
Yeah.
Chris, you don't even like fruitcake.
I don't like fruitcake.
No.
That's a stereotype amongst white people. We don't prove it.
And that is crazy for him to say because this man loves mayonnaise.
I do.
Eats it from the jar.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Spoonful by spoonful.
I don't eat it from the jar, but I do love it on my sandwiches.
Well, then maybe you should hook up with Karen.
Hey, enjoy yourself.
There she is, slaving away in the kitchen.
Bitch, I know you did. You just got in here.
Jesus Christ, not subtle at all.
You just walked in here. You didn't even take your coat off yet.
Wow.
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive. Yep.
I left my wallet with my ID at home. Leave us alone. We didn't do anything.
How the heck?
Acting.
You know the director made him do that on the second take.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. We didn't do anything. No.
You end up moving to this neighborhood. Next thing you know, we
Hey,
have
black trash. Take that, black trash can.
criminals. You take care of him, and I will take care of her. Bad things happen to people that don't comply.
And Karens out there, the good Karens are saying, God damn, this is the last thing I fucking need is a movie called Karen.
It was starting to go away.
It was just starting to go away. On BET, nonetheless. Get all these black folks riled up and everything. God damn, BET. Damn you. Hey, but I got some good news for you, for the Karens out there. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
This shit is terrible.
Yeah.
Not look at me. Not terrible. Terrible.
Oh, it's Charles Barkley.
I gotta put the Charles Barkley on. Terrible. T-U-R-B-A-L. Terrible. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? Look at me. If I've ever told y'all I've seen something that is awful, that is horrible, and if you ever doubted my words at those times, you ever think I'm gonna change my mind? Oh, hell no. This right here, I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. This is so bad, y'all. Karen is the movie that we were all afraid would happen after Get Out came out. Karen is Karen is that terrible movie that we were afraid Get Out would spawn.
Go.
You know, when everybody saw the trailer, that part, and they thought like, man, what's this bullshit right here?
I know. It is the movie we were afraid Get Out was going to be.
It's the movie we were afraid Get Out was going to be. When y'all saw this part, that Negro was running towards him.
Go.
And y'all said, what kind of crazy shit is this? Karen is that crazy shit. Get Out ended up being the good crazy shit. Karen is the bad crazy shit. Karen is after we thought that Karen was going, that Get Out was going to be a terrible movie and ended up being good, we were just waiting for that bad movie that we thought Get Out would be.
Sure.
And this is the demon spawn of Get Out right here.
Get Out's like, don't put that on me. Come on now, I'm not related to this.
No, Batman. Once you came on the scene, all these crazy criminals came out of the woodwork.
It's escalation.
Yeah.
It's on you.
This movie is so bad that it actually might work in Karen's favor. This is the movie where people gonna be like, okay, it's time to cut this shit out.
Yeah.
Karen is done.
Yeah,
if we're gonna get stuff like this, Karen gotta go.
It's the death knell.
Yeah. It's funny, when Karen was actually fucking with people, we couldn't get rid of her. This might actually do it. This might be the movie to kill Karen.
I spent so much time looking at this going like, man, if you guys could have pulled back or were better at your job, you could have really said something here.
No. Yeah.
But no.
They got nothing to say.
No, I ain't got nothing. No, I got a lot of shit to say. It just ain't going nowhere. I mean, believe me, this movie plays out. I tell you, man, Karen's gonna be mad that they actually did not do better with this. Mm-hmm. Karen's gonna be like, well, damn, if you're gonna make me the villain of a movie, at least make it a good movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or show some of it from my point of view.
Yeah. Actual Karens that mess with people, like, man, I had so many pointers I could have given y'all.
Yeah, right.
I have so much feedback on them. Like, actual shitty Karens are going to be like, man, you should have consulted me. I could have told y'all how to make this so much better.
This Karen has more in common with someone like Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger than like a quote unquote real life Karen.
Yeah.
with the shit they pull with her.
Man, this movie felt like it was made by a brother that just got out of college and now is socially conscious and wants to say something to the world, but don't know how to actually be subtle about it.
Yeah.
Right, because it is written and directed and produced by one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Their vision.
Well, Taryn Manning is also a producer on it.
It's funny because Taryn Manning, who you guys know from things like Orange is the New Black, Hustle and Flow, first of all, I like her as an actress. Another funny thing is that she actually, I think she has defended Trump a few times.
Has she?
So okay. I don't know. Maybe
that's why she was cast.
Yeah. Maybe she thought that they were making a documentary.
Yeah. You know? I will say she looked like she was having a good time with this.
No. It could be. No, I don't doubt that this is not a fun role for her, and that's probably why she took it, because she is a movie villain. She probably thought there was going to be some sequels where you thought she was dead.
She comes back.
She keeps coming back. For those who, because we all know why everybody got excited about this, because they thought that a lot of people just had a lot of crazy feelings about this. That because some people didn't even think that this was true. Some people thought that the trailer was a joke.
Yeah,
it looks like one.
Yeah, no, it is. Some people thought that the trailer was. They thought the trailer was a spoof.
It's like college humor or something.
If it had an SNL logo in the corner and a little bit of laugh track, you'd have just gone like, "Oh yeah. They nailed it again."
No. And you would have been like, "Damn!" And what's great about this is that they're playing it straight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good for them, man. But they are committed. they are sticking to it. Because some of y'all thinking like you thought this was a parody. Some of y'all were like, BET, we're playing. We see what you're doing out there. You trolling people, man. You out there. This is like this is your version of that Colonel Sanders KFC movie that they did on Lifetime.
We have a problem.
Secret's out, chicken man. I'll take care of this.
Ruining everything!
They are kind of the same, except one person is in on the joke, and the other person is making something, and they have no clue at all. They think that they making some good shit. This movie came out the gate, sword in the air, just ready to like come out and just rally around whatever cause they had, and tripped and stumbled over his own feet.
Stab themselves.
Stabbed
God!
themselves.
Oh, no!
This happens a lot, right?
Yeah, they were at the gate. Charge! Shit! Hey, man, there's a sword through you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. We're going to keep going, though.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't pull that out if I was you.
At least let me finish the movie first. Man, the only saving grace of this movie is that the only saving grace of this movie would be if they're trolling us. That would only be the saving grace, and still, the joke would be on them because it's still not that clever. I mean,
Very obvious, yeah.
It's very obvious. This is like watching a 90-minute skit where they forgot to write jokes for it.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it really is, man. If you really want to see what it's like to like have a skit and just have the jokes just sucked out of it, you want to see what remains, watch Karen. Premise, you don't have to have it repeated to you, but I mean, it's obvious, but I'll tell it to you just in case. So you have a couple that moves in to a black couple. They are the first black couple to move into the neighborhood. Corey Hardick and Jasmine Burke, they play Malik and Imani. Karen immediately jumps on that ass and just starts harassing them. Harassment turns into pretty much terrorizing, and at that point, you know, what started out as somewhat of a social commentary movie, they've turned into a thriller.
Yeah.
And
by the book, by the way.
yeah, and she pulls out all the Karen stops. First of all, this movie just looks cheap.
Yeah.
I would say TV show cheap, but this looks more like a web series. You know when you have that real flat lighting, and by flat I mean bright, everything just lit up bright. There's no mood to it at all.
No subtlety to it.
I mean, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's white like Karen. You know, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to give you a message, but it looks cheap, man. Now, I won't fault the movie for that. I really won't. You know, but so I'm not going to say anything if the movie's doing what it's supposed to do as far as engaging me with the characters and it has a good story. So I'm not going to hold that against it. And I would say that I respect the film. I respect their intentions because they are bringing up legit concerns. And I related to some of them. This whole thing of having anxiety by being a black couple or a black person that moves into a white neighborhood, that's real. You know, that's something that they should. That they could have covered here, and actually made a point of, and made people aware of it if they had done a better job. I also like how they address that sometimes, you know, people don't notice this all the time, but certain people are more accepting of other minorities, such as Asians and Latinos, but will somehow just not like black people. But they accept everybody else, you know, because I don't know, lighter skin, fairer hair, whatever. You know, she's part of the homeowners association, so they got an Asian there, they got a Latino, and none of these people that she has a problem with. And you want to get down to some other stereotypes. They have a white guy that wears a bow tie, you know, because
I laughed when I saw that.
Because he's so white, you know. Yeah. And so the other minorities, they're cool with the couple that moved into the neighborhood. She's the one that's the problem. They're always the one telling her like, you need to settle your ass down. We would really have to kick you off the homeowners association for being a. But. And they also make commentary about racism in general. So I respect the movie for what it's trying to do. And that is why I want to help the movie. Okay. I want to teach the filmmakers a word that I don't think that they've ever heard before. We're going to have just a Mr. Rogers moment right here.
Intervention.
Yeah, a little intervention. Just a little. I just want to show y'all something. Just, you know, consider it like new word of the day or whatever. If the filmmakers just happen to be around watching this video, say with me, subtlety.
Yeah, man.
Say it again. Dr. Pull a Mr. Rogers on you. Can you say subtlety? SUBTLETY. Definition. The quality or state of being subtle, something subtle, and subtle means being low-key.
Wow, the dictionary is trash.
It really is.
And that didn't tell you.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
I like the way the filmmakers are like, I don't understand.
Like, I don't blame you at this point.
Yeah.
The dictionary can't teach you that, and film schools can teach you subtlety either. No wonder.
Maybe that's the definition they went to when they were. Maybe.
I got it.
You know what? The filmmakers somebody probably told them, somebody said, you know what? I read your script. It could use more subtlety. Okay. What does that mean? The quality of state of being subtle. I don't know.
I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it. I think it'll work out.
Shit, I don't know.
I think it means to be more pronounced in what you're saying. Cut to the chase.
Making use of clever and indirect methods to achieve something.
Clever.
There you go.
That's a good word.
Wow, here you go, that word clever again.
I'm
Being
looking,
smart?
I'm looking at everything. This really is the opposite of Karen. Making use of clever and indirect methods to achieve something.
There you go.
Unless you're making movies.
They don't teach that anymore. What are you talking about?
No. Oh, so delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. Okay, now that you got right there. Maybe achieve with that.
Doing that in spades.
Oh, the funny thing is, because there is no subtlety in this, to get into the movie, or the story of the movie, what happens in the movie, I mean, before the title Karen even pops up, you see Black Lives Matter, and Karen comes in and scrubs that shit right off the screen. She's like, no, I don't give a fuck about your life at all. She comes in with a hose and washes that down. She looks like a little white janitor, scrubbing off Black Lives Matter.
And considering that these are the only and brand new black people to move into the neighborhood, she's doing that somewhere far away from where she lives.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Unless they have just like really hippie or progressive or hipster neighbors that wrote that. And she's like, not in my watch.
We're down with the cause.
Yeah.
Look what my little girl did. I'm going to Instagram it.
Yeah, people. Before the title even comes up, the first thing you see is her little ass just scrub them letters away. Just in case you're a little slow and you don't understand, she's racist.
I mean, look, you almost can't fault the rest of the movie because they's like, we told you at the very beginning what this was.
It was like 5 minutes into the movie, she already complained about trash.
I know.
Yeah.
Shit, 6 minutes in, she's putting up security cameras. I'm like, damn.
All in the same like half hour of them just moving in there.
Yeah.
It's Christ.
Yeah, I mean, 6 minutes in, she's already out there with a hammer and nail and a drill. She's putting up security. Mm-hmm. Telling them, asking them, why'd you move here? It was like, wow, man. So we just not gonna ease into anything here.
No.
So apparently we just missed the whole origin story. We're gonna jump right in.
We don't have time. We have less than 90 minutes. We got to get this moving.
It's like, forget the 10 movies that came before Endgame. We just gonna go right to Thanos just snapping.
Yeah.
This is not a script, y'all. This is a bunch of headlines and stereotypes strung together. It's not a movie. This is a checklist. I think I said before, this is a checklist, a to-do list of Karenisms. Because they go through it all here, man.
She's the ultimate Karen, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, I love how, for characterization, they give the married couple problems that they mention a couple times and never circle around back
They do
to.
that through the whole movie because they're too busy. They drop so many things because they're so busy trying to cover their Karenisms in there. It's a checklist, and now we checked it off before. Pull your list down, let's check it again. She harasses the neighbors. She calls the manager on black people.
Random black people
to get for laughing too loud. She calls the police on scary black teenagers.
Can you please hurry up? Please, they're very aggressive. Yeah.
Actually, she sold me on that. She sounded like she really was panicked.
Nah, she was put on the front.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I don't believe the character. I believe Taryn Manning was really scared. Shit, they must have put some real black people in front of her.
Okay.
She sounded like she was really bad.
She's going method.
They must have dropped her ass off in the hood.
They keep appearing. They keep popping up. I don't know what to do.
Hey, go in there and buy some gum or something. Can you please have me out there to scare the fuck out of me?
She's only 3 feet tall. I kept feeling like somebody would have just killed her and dropped her off in the woods somewhere.
Oh, yeah. She's probably not even scared of black people. She's probably at a playground somewhere. There's a bunch of midgets out here. Please, come get me.
See, now I want to see that movie. That would be a lot better. But a lot better.
It's a Karen, so Karen that she's scared of little kids.
No, midgets.
No.
That's what I want.
No.
We had a midget family that moved in. I just don't like it.
Tiptoes 2.
Tiptoes 2, yes. It was a surprise sequel
Karen
no one
goes
asked
off with
for.
some dwarves.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, that would have been great.
What's your problem, lady, with the same size? Yeah, man, but when they get over to by the time they get to that Confederate soap dispenser, I'm like,
know.
At that
okay,
point.
all right, get the out of here.
I know, just tossed in there.
Thing is, she doesn't even seem like that kind of. She's definitely a racist, but don't seem like the kind that would like have Confederate flags.
Right.
She would be the kind of racist that'd be like, well, that's just redneck. That's just white trash, and that ain't us.
Yeah.
Also, man, I know y'all laughed at this part because this movie, because with all these racist stereotypes and tropes that they got up, and when I say racist, I'm talking about stereotypes and tropes of racist, actual racist. But with all that going on, man, they do some other things. Like in addition to all those stereotypes and cliches that you see, and when I said that this movie is nothing but a string of headlines and stereotypes strung together, it's also a bunch of speeches. Just almost all the dialogue is like,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
man, and you can't be doing a bunch of speeches with dialogue this bad in the movie. The dialogue is terrible. It don't nothing sound natural in this, man. Nothing. There's not one piece of dialogue in here where it doesn't sound like they are preaching or trying to nail in a very obvious message. Were you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, literally, they're taking time just to describe the characters. You are black. You are strong. You are intelligent. You are woke, and you're beautiful. And they do that like 3 times in the movie. It's like I know because you don't have time to actually do character development here. But it's so obvious.
Yeah, the way they talk in this movie is either preachy or they're talking in messages, or they're throwing out slogans all the time, man, and it's bad, man. There's that part where it's inevitable, you know, because everything else is covered in here. But Karen goes to their housewarming party, and that's the one when she gets in there where she don't even take her cut off, and she's already throwing out little racist hints and jabs, slaving away in the kitchen. I was like, God, take your coat off first. If you want to talk some racist shit, at least sit down first. But she gets in there and she already is throwing out these little racist jabs, and they don't ever say, hey, watch your tone or get the house. They say, all right, come on in. And of course, ain't nothing but black people in there in Karen. And Karen gets into the whole all lives matter thing. You know, you know that they were going to end up on that discussion. Because ain't nothing but black people in this house. And it's 5 seconds in when she gets in that house that she starts having that conversation. And and the way it starts is one of the women, this woman right here, she's sitting up here telling her man here, she's like, and they shot him 5 times. Like his life didn't matter. And my man right here says, yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That brother said that like he just invented it.
Yeah.
I was expecting him after he said that to be like, Black Lives Matter. Oh, that sounds good. That got a ring to it.
Yeah.
Think I'll make a shirt.
I'm gonna put that on T-shirts.
Yeah, think I'll start a movement. They don't talk natural. They make sure to throw out the key words that Karen says. Like nobody, you know. Even I got to give it to Karen. Karen would not go up to somebody black at a restaurant and if she did, she'd tell them like, if you don't be quiet, I'm gonna call the manager. But no, she makes sure to go up there and like throw out some terminology straight from the Karen handbook.
I'll tell the manager. Do you mind keeping it down? If you don't comply, I'll tell the manager.
Comply.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no Karen. Even Karen's like, I don't say that shit.
Right.
I say, get the out of shut up. Oh, you see? I'm sorry.
Oh no. It's just that whole scene. You're like, all right, I get maybe you can have somebody come up and say that, but the fact that the restaurant would actually throw them out.
And threw them out.
Yeah, it
I was
doesn't make any
like,
sense.
what? Paying customers?
And-
I don't see you doing that.
And them brothers never got online. Y'all kind of deserve that shit. They never got online.
Didn't write a bad Yelp review.
Didn't write a,
1 star.
Didn't TikTok the shit.
Instagram it or anything
Didn't
like that.
Instagram it. They just they said, okay, well. Then come back. These brothers are so woke, man. And they did not come back and protest the place. Didn't say shit. Got on that tie ready to protest something and never used it.
Oh, the bow tie.
That bow tie. Got on that bow tie ready to protest something. Never used it.
Maybe he's on his way, but he's like, we got to stop by this party first.
And what do you know? Karen's there. That's another thing. It was a coincidence. He's like, because he's at the party like, hey, ain't you the Karen that got us kicked out?
Yeah, he tells his friend, like, man, this bitch just got us kicked out of the restaurant. He's like, oh, man, be cool.
Be cool. Like, man, you'll be cool. Shit.
That's all Malik says in that scene. Be
Yeah.
cool. Be cool, honey bunny.
It's so heavy on being so obvious that, you know, that they try to give her they have to explain things so much. They try to give this Karen a reason why she's racist. It's like, we don't need no reason why to be like a villain origin story.
Yeah, this ain't Mr. Freeze where we got to understand.
No.
Tragic background.
Exactly.
Yeah. Plus, they give her 2 different origins.
Oh man, I probably know what the other one is.
Yeah,
but
because the one with the brother, how
Yeah.
they talk about that. And
the
there's the
one
whole
with the
other one with the
husband.
husband.
The husband, yeah, there's something with the husband going on. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's something going on with the husband.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You can spoil that. I don't think people are going to be upset by that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big revelation. Although I love the big revelation scene in the movie. I just found all of this shit. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Exposition.
Somebody else's lawyer going like, well, just so you know, here's evidence from a different case I'm working on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's so stupid. They trying to give her an origin story like it's a joke or something. You want to know how I got this racism? My husband. They don't make no sense.
Now when we were kids, me and my brother, it's like, none of this explains it.
No, it don't explain nothing. It's just ridiculous. Like, and that's almost insulting because, like, do you really need an origin story to be racist?
Right.
How about she's just a bitch? She's just a racist bitch, like a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Her brother's it doesn't connect with what her brother is because her brother's just a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
What's his excuse?
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't, I admired the brother because he just said, I don't like niggas.
He's very blunt about it.
He was very honest about who he was.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, well, cool, because your girl over here, your sister's like trying to have all kind of explanations and stories and reasons for it. You just bluntly come out, I'm like, I just don't like y'all. I'm a cop, all right? That's why.
That's all you need to know.
They set up Karen to be Karen so hard. They set her up with Karen moments so hard that there are points where it's like, well, shit, I kind of agree with her.
Really?
Yeah, it was like they carrying her so hard that like it comes around was like, well, shit, she kind of has a point. Amani and Malik, they got a scene where they're about to have sex and window curtains wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Karen went over there and said, will you close your shit? And I was like, well, you know what? She got a point.
That was a good point. Fair enough, Karen. You got one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they moved to a new house.
Yeah.
They know the curtains were there. You could see the moonlight coming in.
And they just
Plain. Right on the window.
they just putting a chocolate show on for Karen.
Yes.
It's almost like they were trying to piss her off, man.
Well, she wasn't pissed off about it.
yeah. She's digging it. But she just wants to wife.
But
Yes.
yeah, there's a point. But see, that's one of the things that's dropped here is that Karen does mess with Malik, and it seems like she's into him, or she might have a fetish, and that's not really it. She just wants to break up their marriage and probably ruin them and get them out the neighborhood. But they bring up these subplots and drop them so quick,
Yeah.
and don't go back that it's not that clear. So all these ideas that they have, they don't even go fully through with the arcs on those. So and I mean, there's a few of them in there that they do that on, man.
It's just the greatest hits of racism and Karenisms. That's really it.
Yeah, that's the funny thing when Malik comes back over and is trying to talk to his wife.
Oh, I know.
And he's like, yeah, she was trying to get me to wash my shirt while I was there. You took your shirt off while you were there? We're like, do you really think I was going to have sex with that? Come on.
Yeah. And by that point in the movie, they were already. What's the actress's name who plays his wife?
Jasmine Burke. Jasmine Burke.
You know, they've already clearly showing that she's absolutely gorgeous and stunning.
Yeah. Right,
so I'm like, he's not gonna go with this other person. All right, come on.
No.
Jesus Christ.
I was mad at her. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And you know good and goddamn well this woman is so bitter and so racist. Malik ain't trying to get with that. He knows this shit's gonna look like this in 10 years.
Yeah.
Malik, would you rub my feet? You know, I'm glad y'all moved to the neighborhood now. We got rid of that black bitch, didn't we? They got 2 scenes in here where Malik plays basketball with her teenage son. And you saw the scene in the trailer where Yanni, what's her name?
Yeah,
Imani, she goes and she has a talk with Karen's little girl.
She doesn't like black people.
She's like, yeah, no shit, bitch. I spent your mama already. Where the hell you been?
Yeah, my mom doesn't like black people. Well, I'm black. And
did I stutter?
Wow, you people aren't good at math.
I see why she doesn't like you. That's stupid. You know,
Did I stutter?
this right here, man. That's a good scene with those 2.
It is.
Yeah.
No, those 2 scenes. That's one thing I would say to the director. Like, listen up and talking about how bad the movie is, but the movie does have some strengths. One of them is that when the director's really good with people, the scenes work out really good. That scene with her and the little girl, they have a long discussion. And it's actually kind of cool because she's talking about how she has a thing for this black kid in her class, and she don't want her mother to find out. The teenage son, he has no problems with Malik. And those scenes seem very genuine. I mean, I was wondering for a little while, I was like, do they even know that the camera's rolling? You know, are these the outtakes or something that they put into the movie? Because they actually
improv.
Yeah, no, the director's very good with people when they're not trying too hard to put a message out there.
Yeah, but you get a nice scene like that, and somebody on the sidelines go like, "Karen, get over there and mess that up."
Yep. She does do that both times.
It's slowing down. I need you to get out there
Karen.
and give it your best. Hey, Malik, stop talking over there and help me with my car. What?
And I freeze, you know.
Yeah. They surprised me with the moments of subtlety or holding back, where like they have a moment to tell you that all cops are not bad. Which for this movie, I thought like
I could not believe it.
I was like, wow, really? So they don't try to go in and shade cops. This is they had another thing that they did in there that I thought was pretty cool with somebody else, but I can't remember what it is, man.
Both the homeowners association.
Yeah, some of the people in the homeowners association was cool, but it's not just Karen, man. I mean, like I'm surprised that they were able to do that with the cop because everybody gets broad strokes here, including the black people. Like I like the actors, man. I like Corey Hardick and Jasmine Burke. I like them in the film, but like Martin was saying earlier, like the moment they move in, they got to put up all African art around the house. Nothing wrong with that. But then the brother works at a what's that center? He works
Community center?
He works at a community center, man.
With like special programs and things.
He
like
works
after-school programs.
He works at an activist center. So they put up the African art. He works at an activist center. He's dressing up in the African colors when they throw a party.
Yeah.
She calls him my woke warrior, and it's like, come on, man. It's like Martin said, we get it. They're black. We got to know this because Karen is so white, so we need the contrast here. I was like, man, come on, man. Nothing here. Everybody's got broad strokes here. I think that there's There's a lot of things they could have done with this, man. There's a lot of things they could have done with this. I'm looking at how this could have been a great parody, man. They missed opportunities like, all right, they're being so obvious. What if we had jokes in there like, what if there's an actual Karen that is, that's kind of cool? What if there's a black Karen in the movie, What if this was a movie about a racist Karen who discovers her racism and tries to get over her racist ways because she realizes, oh shit, because my name is Karen, I'm an actual Karen.
and the other people won't let her.
Yeah. If y'all thought that, and this is where I'm going to kind of close things up, y'all thought that this movie was heavy-handed before, wait until the end, boy.
That's the thing. I was like, all right, this is kind of cruising by, and it's lower than mediocre, but it could have been worse. I actually expected worse until they started getting to that third act.
Boy, that third act.
And that ending was just like, I regret everything. Everything I've said to this point.
Man.
Y'all just let the gates open.
Heavy-handed. Wait until the end. They start punching your ass in the face. I'll show you some heavy hands right there. That shit, that's when they want to turn to a Spike Lee production. Yes. That's when at the end, they want to be a Spike Lee joint. At the end, man, it ends with these, even Spike Lee would, because y'all know Spike Lee ain't very subtle himself, but he'd be like, God damn. Shit. Pull back, man. It ends with these Spike Lee shots of black people. This is the funniest part to me. The movie ends with a speech, but the speech is being given by a guy at a press conference.
At a podium.
At a podium. And listen, this speech is already kind of heavy. This speech is already ridiculous. But the whole time he's giving this speech, there's an old black man on the trumpet playing America the Beautiful.
Oh, I know. That was weird. I'm doing a speech. Can you shut up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right in that man's ear.
I know.
That's odd.
I'm sorry, Joe. You just give me a moment.
He's right up in that man's ear. I thought that dude would be like, will you get the out of my face?
We planned this.
Hey, look, spoil it, but whatever. It ends while the speech is wrapping up. It ends with Malik and Imani just looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Like the heroes.
Yeah, the heroes. And now the responsibility is passed on to you.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah, breaking the fourth wall, just looking at us, closing the door and shit. Yeah, I was like, come on, man. Somebody said in the chat, expect them to say, wake up! Right? Oh. Yeah, people, I know some bullshit. I mean, come on.
It's what you'd expect.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you'd expected.
Well, I would even say it should have been what you expected.
Yeah. It
should have been, this either should have been so bad it was hilarious, or it should have been the movie we thought we were getting trolled with, or it should have been left as a trailer. And that's that.
It says everything it's got to say.
Yeah.
The actual movie doesn't lay out anything more than what you see here, other than you're just taken through the steps of it. The only part where it really crosses over into being laughable is when it gets to the end.
Mm-hmm. yeah, the ending, boy.
And it's just such a despite it all, I had a modicum of hope for it.
You think they're going to bring it together at the very end?
Yeah.
No, they're going to wrap this up well.
Yeah, and it does the opposite.
Yeah,
That last 15 minutes.
I'll give them the movies looking at you. Oh, honey, bless your heart. You actually expected something good
from us.
But it wasn't even bombastic in that way. I was like, well, if you got the right people or you've been drinking, they get a lot of oohs and ahs. This is like, it's just a bunch of shit we've seen before.
Yeah.
And not even done that well.
That's the big thing about the movie. It was just, because it is very much a by the numbers thriller. Young couple moves in and they're accosted or harassed by a neighbor, whether they're black or whether they're racist or whether they're crazy or any other combination. It's the same thing. It's Lakeview Terrace. It's the one with
the intruder.
The intruder. Yeah, exactly. It's all of these. You've seen this before. It's just done even worse, I guess.
Yeah,
but it's kind of boring in that way.
All these movies we just named, like The Intruder, like The Intruders. That is this film right here. You're right.
Yes, it's a better movie.
It's a Ken instead of a Karen, and I like The Intruder, man. Intruder is
funny.
It's funny as hell, man. And and it's almost because what they do is, because this movie, I've got to mention this. This movie does not know what it wants to be. Mm-hmm. The problem with this film is that, okay, the movie opens up like it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, I got the title has
trail.
that blood drop right there, that drip of blood, the ominous silhouette of Karen right there. They make it seem like it's gonna be a horror movie. They even have Karen jump scares.
Yeah.
Right.
Where there are moments with Karen like, hey, da-da-da-da.
Karen, stop doing that, please. I mean, they have a whole scene where they're actually going out to check to see what's going on, like, and then some wild animal like jumps out and scares them,
I gotta
like
say,
a dog.
The one moment in this movie where I laughed out loud
Yeah.
was when she's just kind of randomly walking by and sees a trash can and is like, trash goes out tomorrow, and flips it over, but then takes off running like Peter Pan.
Yeah, exactly.
You can hear her heels. Clop, 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 clop.
And it starts out like it's gonna be a horror movie, and then it goes and it gets so wrapped up in trying to be a message movie that's what it ends up being. It ends up being like this lame drama trying to like lay down these heavy-handed messages, and then near the end it decides, oh yeah, shit, we better do something kind of horrifying, and then it turns into a thriller, like a cheap Lifetime channel thriller.
Yes.
Predictable Lifetime thriller.
It'd be like watching The Intruder, and it gets to the end, it goes like, but seriously, everybody, you have to learn to love your neighbor. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself.
Yep.
It's up to you to take this message into the world and be better.
Can't you see Malik and Imani looking at you right now? Please. Won't you join us? It's some bullshit. I'm sure everybody here is feeling the same.
Yeah,
it's
it's
some
bullshit.
bullshit. It's some bullshit. It's not even fuck you because it just don't even go hard enough to get there.
I'm not angry at it at all.
No, I'm
It's
not.
a fuck you.
I'm
It's just-
disappointed. You could have been so much better. You could have done so much more.
I don't know about that.
If y'all want to go see, if you want to go see want to watch a good Karen movie that could have been as ridiculous as this. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. If you want to see a Karen movie that's ridiculous, that in the way that Karen should have been, go watch this movie called A-Bar, the First Black Superman.
Nah.
This movie starts out being the Karen movie that the Karen movie should have been.
You'll never live in that house in peace. I'll burn it down myself before I let you live in this community. Get your black.
Wait a minute, hold on. You didn't hear the part. Hold on. This is my favorite line right here.
Okay.
Burn it down myself before I let you live in this community. Get your black hands off of me.
Wow.
That's the Karen movie. You've been out Karen.
Yeah.
That's the Karen movie that Karen should have been right there. And this is an old 70s movie right here. A-Bar, the First Black Superman. Go watch that if you want some Karen goodness. Stay away from Karen though. Right here. That shit is nah.
I just imagine her friend going, I am not with her.
Yeah, she just ends up running.
She even tried to get control of her. It's like, come on, what are you doing? Jesus Christ. I'm not racist. Please. Please. It's too late.
Her husband just left her. She's going through a thing.